In the late 16th century, on the edge of the known world, more than 100 men, women, and children vanished without a trace. They were not found dead. They were not rescued. They were never seen again. No bodies, no graves, no ruins burned to the ground. Only one word remained behind: CROATOAN. This is the true story of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in human history. In the year 1587, England dreamed of building its first permanent colony in the New World. A bold experiment, a dangerous gamble. That dream led them to a small island off the eastern coast of what is now North Carolina, Roanoke Island. More than 100 settlers arrived there, led by a man named John White. These settlers were not soldiers alone. They were families, husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, children who had never known England. Among them was a newborn baby girl. Her name was Virginia Dare, the first English child ever born in America. For a brief moment, hope filled the colony, but reality arrived quickly. The settlers had very little food, very few tools. Supplies were running dangerously low, and winter was approaching fast. John White faced an impossible choice. He would sail back to England to gather food, tools, and reinforcements, and return as quickly as possible. Before leaving, he gave clear instructions. "If we are forced to leave the colony," he said, "we will carve the name of our destination into a tree. And if we leave under danger, we will carve a cross." With that promise, John White sailed away from Roanoke. He believed he would return within months. He was wrong. What John White did not know was that England stood on the brink of war. The Spanish Armada threatened invasion. England feared destruction. Every available ship was ordered to remain and defend the homeland. Months turned into years. 3 long years passed. 3 years without supplies. 3 years without help. 3 years without contact. 3 years of silence. Finally, in the year 1590, John White was able to return. When he reached Roanoke Island, he expected relief or tragedy. What he found was something far worse. The colony was completely abandoned. Homes had been carefully taken apart. Not burned, not smashed, not destroyed in panic. No bodies, no graves, no signs of battle, no weapons left behind. It was as if the people had simply stood up and walked away. Then John White saw it. Carved into a wooden post was a single word: CROATOAN. Nearby, carved into a tree, were just 3 letters: Crow. There was no cross, which meant only one thing. The settlers did not leave in danger, but where did they go? For more than 400 years, historians have debated that question. One theory suggests the settlers joined the Croton Native American tribe. On nearby Hatteras Island, some archaeological discoveries hint that Europeans may have lived among native tribes, but no definitive proof has ever been found. Another theory points to starvation. Tree ring data reveals the region suffered one of the worst droughts in centuries. With no food and no help, the settlers may have scattered inland, searching desperately for survival. If they died slowly, one by one, they may have left no trace at all. Some believe the colony was attacked, but there were no weapons, no burned buildings, no remains. Others suspect Spanish involvement. Spain was England's greatest enemy at the time, but Spanish records contain no mention of an attack on Roanoke. Every explanation leads to another mystery. every answer creates more questions. More than for centuries have passed, and still no confirmed graves have been discovered, no written records explain what happened, no proven descendants have ever been identified. The Lost Colony of Roanoke remains exactly that, lost. It stands as America's oldest unsolved mystery, a reminder that history does not always give us closure. Sometimes history leaves behind silence, and a single word carved into wood. Croton. Did the settlers survive among native tribes? Did they perish slowly in the wilderness? Or did something else happen, something we may never fully understand? We may never know the truth, but the mystery lives on. And perhaps that is what makes the Lost Colony so powerful. Because some stories are not meant to be solved, they are meant to be remembered.